Whoa, excuse me.
I don't think that was you.
Just when things were coming together.
Oh, my whole familia.
See? He still hugs his parents.
It all fell apart.
Hold me.
No matter how long it takes, I will find you!
But for history's greatest heroes,
Water.
Oh, Sid, no!
That's a little...
Salty!
the end of the world is just the tip of the iceberg.
Ahoy down there! Surrender your ship or face my fury.
Or face your furry what?
Not furry, fury!
Courage will be tested.
Hey, little fellas, how about you and us against the pirates, huh? You got no idea what I'm saying, do you?
Treasures will be found.
It's a huge bounty, mon capitaine.
And dignity
Care to join our scurvy crew?
Two sloths, a mammoth, and a saber? You guys are like the start of a bad joke.
will be
I don't
lost.
know what's wrong with me. I can't eat, can't sleep.
Oh, I know what you've got. The L word.
Yeah, leprosy.
No, it's 4 letters, starts with L, ends with E.
Oh, yeah, lice.
No, Ray Romano, John Leguizamo, Dennis Leary, Nicki Minaj, Drake with Jennifer Lopez, and Queen Latifah.
Everyone, don't panic.
On July 13th, getting home will be a trip for the ages.
No one's gonna stop me from getting back to my family.
Holy crap!
Ice Age Continental Drift.
You're pretty soft for a saber.
Excuse me, I happen to be a remorseless assassin.
Diego Poo. Hey, I made you another coral necklace. He keeps losing them.
I'm speaking fast because I'm so excited. See Maggie Simpson in her first starring role in The Longest Daycare in 3D before Ice Age Continental Drift, only in theaters. We've already done the hardest part, making the poster.
Trust me, we're going to be talking more about the short that played before this movie than the actual movie itself. Welcome to Time About the Movies. As you can tell, we're not doing a full intro like we usually do because it is only one movie and it's not particularly a great one here. So let's go ahead and talk about Ice Age Continental Drift, or as I like to call it, the movie that essentially killed the Ice Age franchise for me. So this is Ice Age Continental Drift, and the story of this one is that you have Manny, Diego, and Sid embarking upon another adventure after their continent is set adrift, thanks again to Scrat, basically using his acorn to break up every bit of the world into separate countries and all that, and you know that's literally what happens in this movie here. And kind of like with Ice Age: The Meltdown. Well, let me finish the plot synopsis before I get to my thoughts on this. Using an iceberg as a ship, they encounter sea creatures and battle pirates as they explore a new world. Now to the review. Much like Ice Age: The Meltdown, we got a really good premise here. The world literally crumbling around these characters and splitting up into different parts of the planet. And coincidentally, it came out in 2012, the year that everyone thought we were all going to die because of the Mayan calendar, which of course did not happen. And, I thought it was a very good premise, and much like Ice Age: The Meltdown, didn't really take full advantage of the story to make it work. Ice Age: The Meltdown at least was funny overall, but this film is not that great. I mean, this is a really lackluster sequel, and it's pretty lame, honestly. I mean, there's stuff I like about it, but there's a lot of things I really didn't like about this movie. For one thing, the story is way too predictable. I mean, you know every single time what was going to happen. It's been done numerous times. We know who's going to turn to the good side. We know who's going to be the love interest of one of the main characters. We know what the climax of the movie is going to be. Everything has been done before. They've done absolutely nothing to switch this up at all. They have way too many people in this movie because you not only have, Queen Latifah involved in this, but you've also got Drake, Nicki Minaj, Jennifer Lopez. You forget that Keke Palmer is also playing the daughter of Sid, of Manny and Ellie's character, Manny and Ellie. Like the daughter is played by Keke Palmer. You got Josh Gad in here in one of his early film roles. Like, this is a movie where they don't even bother to let him sing. They're just there to be there because, hey, they're recognizable names. I mean, they sing parts of poorly written songs, especially a terrible musical number at the end of this movie. And a lot of the older characters are really just kind of pushed off to the side. Like Crash and Eddie are very much do nothing in this movie, and they're here to do nothing but pull risky stunts when the land crumbles behind them, and then that's about it. I mean, there's only one scene that they're involved in that actually has a plot of a good joke to it, and that's with one of the new characters they have in there. Sid, in particular, is really just tossed to the side, especially after the last movie, where he was one of the big parts of that movie in general. Like, he's really not there to do much at all. Like, he's not, like his grandmother, played by Wanda Sykes, has more to do in this movie than he does. And this movie just has way too many goddamn characters into this film. They didn't learn the lesson from Shrek the Third, where they had way too many characters in this movie for no purpose whatsoever, except we gotta get these voice actors in here to have the big names in the poster on it. I mean, Shrek the Third, you had, Mike Myers, Cameron Diaz, Eddie Murphy, Antonio Banderas. That wasn't enough. No, we gotta throw in Justin Timberlake. We gotta throw in Rupert Everett back. We gotta throw in Seth Rogen. Tina is Amy Poehler, Maya Rudolph, Amy Sedaris. All these big celebrities, and it's just kind of like why? Like, why are they even in this movie? And it's the same thing here. You have a lot of the characters in this film that serve no purpose whatsoever except to have the big names on there. Keke Palmer's the daughter of Manny and Ellie, played by Keke Palmer, her friends have no purpose to be there except to be there because, hey, they're voiced by recognizable musical talents who are barely doing what they're popular for in the first place. They've even got Patrick Stewart throwing it in here for like 3 lines of dialogue, and I get it, he works on American Dad, he works on Family Guy, but at the same time, you gotta give him something to do besides just having 3 lines of dialogue in this movie. 3 lines, and there was no reason to put him in there for just those 3 lines. Like, he has more to do in Ted than he does in Ice Age Continental Drift. It's like throwing Bill Murray into Zombieland and only giving him 2 lines of dialogue, except there, he's actually really funny, and he does get more laughs there than he does in this movie. But, I mean, yeah, a lot of things I hate about this movie, but I'll give him this. There are positives that I liked about the film. It's a very short film. It's only about 90 minutes long, not including the short we're going to get to in a little bit here. It runs at a quick enough pace. It doesn't pad out the running time to give the audience a headache, except for the god-awful musical number at the end, but the animation does look better. I mean, with these movies, I'll give them credit. The animation does get better as time goes on with these films. There's a great sequence in the ocean where the main characters are riding an iceberg through a thunderstorm with the ocean waves throwing a crab at them, literally. And, you got that line, "Holy crab!" And it's just like, but to its credit, it's a well-done sequence that actually looks pretty cool animated. Some of the new voice actors that actually play a part in the storyline, I thought were kind of good. I like Jennifer Lopez playing kind of the love interest to Dennis Leary's character. I like Peter Dinklage playing the main villain here, getting a chance to show what he can really do. I mean, there's a reason why he was one of those great actors that was out there for a long time. And the stuff with Scrat still does work. It is starting to get old a little bit fast and all. I really think they should have just let Scrat be more part of the storyline here instead of him just being the side character that kind of elevates everything else that's going on with the main characters. I think it would have been cool if we actually got to see Scrat do an adventure with the rest of the characters. I think that would have been a fun idea, but sadly these films have never done that. But hey, we've got a new Ice Age movie coming out in a couple years, so maybe, just maybe, they might just do that. But the visual gags I thought were okay. I mean, they actually did have some very clever gags in here, and luckily they didn't resort to having a fart joke in this movie or a gross-out humor joke, which I was actually kind of surprised by. But, I mean, to its credit, I mean, this movie is still this movie is the one that really kind of pushed me off the Ice Age movies, and trust me, it gets worse with the last film they did, I think it was Collision Course, but yeah, it still lacks the heart of the original Ice Age movie, and the other 2 Ice Age movies, I will at least give credit that they were actually funny. They actually had a storyline that actually did kind of work. This is the one where I really felt like they were really pushing their luck on this and just said, fuck it, we're just going to let the kids have a good time with it. And little kids, I think, might get a kick out of it, but I really didn't enjoy this one. This was the one that really kind of pushed me off the Ice Age movies for a long period of time, and we never got a really good Ice Age thing again until we got those Scrat Tail shorts for Disney+. And like I said, we've got a 7th Ice Age movie coming out in 2027. So hopefully what Disney brings to the table, maybe they can find some new life into it, maybe. Or maybe they're just going to make it for the sake of making another one. I don't know, but All in all, Ice Age Continental Drift's pretty much bad, but let me go ahead and talk about the one good thing that came from this, and that's that Simpsons short that they were promoting at the beginning of that trailer there, The Longest Daycare.
The summer's shortest trailer. The Longest Daycare. July 13th only with Ice Age.
I just love the fact that Fox basically put that 12-second trailer together for no other reason, but that just goes to show you how much people still love The Simpsons, and most importantly, still love seeing Maggie in a short like this. Now, I kind of already have touched on this in a short review for the September videos I did last month, so if you want to go check that out, you can find it on this channel easily, but I'm glad I get to do it here, because I get to do a long-form review of it without having to speed it up and all that for time constraints, but this is a short this was the first official Simpsons film that went straight to theaters after the Simpsons movie. This was the first Simpsons short that was actually brought to theaters in general. One of two, actually. The other one with Maggie that came out at the end of at the beginning of the last decade with Onward, but we're still a long way from that. But in this one, though, Maggie is enrolled in a new daycare facility, basically back at the same place she was in A Streetcar Named Marge, the Ayn Rand School for Tots, where she squares off with her foul-tempered enemy, Baby Gerald, when she befriends a caterpillar. And Maggie, of course, you know, she wants to be in this room for gifted babies, but because of a machine manufactured by often wrong technologies that classifies her as average intelligence, she's forced into this nothing special dreary corner where she comes across Gerald, who loves to squish and kill butterflies with a mallet on the wall, and then just uses a marker to put a square on there to make it look like a picture. So essentially, Maggie finds a little caterpillar, and she reads in a pop-up book that this caterpillar will eventually become a butterfly, which basically means that this is Gerald's next victim. So Maggie does whatever it takes to essentially prevent him from doing that, and it goes through a little chaotic little adventure for Maggie, and then she finally tries to get him out of the nursery, and just as she's about to do it, Gerald smashes the window down on the butterfly, effectively killing it. Or so we think. Maggie goes away in despair, and Gerald thinks he's won, and then he realizes that Maggie switched out the little bow on her head with the butterfly, and so he's stunned by that, and then the butterfly flies away, and yeah, I pretty much gave you the short in general, but it's a really good short. I love the animation on this in general, and I love the fact that this is essentially a Pixar short that feels like something from Disney many years before Disney eventually became involved with The Simpsons. I mean, it's a really good, fun short, very funny, great animation all across the board, some great storytelling overall, and it is just really cool to see The Simpsons back on the big screen again, even if it's for a little short like this. I mean, just now we just got the Simpsons Movie 2 news coming out in 2027, which I'm really excited to see that, just because, not only because it's The Simpsons, but it's also because of a 2D animated movie back on the big screen, which is really hard to come by. And even back in 2012, that was really hard to see a 2D animated short on the big screen. And, you know, seeing that on the big screen made that enjoyment of watching Ice Age Continental Drift a little bit better. Like, honestly, if I could have easily just left the movie after this Longest Daycare short and just go walking around the Mills Mall when I went to go see this one. Because I did see it when we had the Pittsburgh Mills Mall had the theater back there to see that. Yeah, I could have just left after that, but I stuck with it thinking, well, it's Ice Age. Surely I'll get some enjoyment factors out of this, and, no, not so much. But, hey, at least we got a great Simpsons short out of it. The Longest Daycare is a great animated short, and, yeah, I really enjoyed the hell out of it. And it certainly is the much better feature that you're going to get in this double feature that also included Ice Age Continental Drift. So, take that for what you will. And that's with all that said, we wrap up another episode of Time About the Movies. Not very an impressive week overall, but mostly, I think that was expected because everyone was waiting to just move it out of the way for the next movie we're going to take a look at next time around, which is the only big new release for next weekend. That is The Dark Knight Rises, the third installment of Christopher Nolan's Batman trilogy, the last film of the Batman trilogy, which features the introductions of Anne Hathaway as Catwoman and also Tom Hardy as Bane. And was a movie met with several controversies. Behind this is mostly when the film came out, and it certainly holds a little bit of history with me because I happen to be an extra in this film, and it's one of those memories that I've talked about on this channel in great length. But if you've never heard that story before, we'll delve more into it tomorrow on the show, along with my thoughts on the movie in general. So we'll talk about The Dark Knight Rises coming up tomorrow on the show, so stay tuned for that. that'll be tomorrow. But with all that said, thank you so much for watching this. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please go ahead and do me the honor of hitting that like button, that subscribe button, and that notification button. Also, don't forget to check out our playlist, and don't forget to check out the last episode we did. With all that said, whether it's in the past, the present, or the future, I will see you at the movies. Take care.